So if Bob hit one out of the park and Rob obviously just went back to back, I feel like the gangly pitchers, all arms and legs, coming into the batter's box, just trying to lay down the sacrifice bunt, get them in, and you drive them in. Before introducing myself, I just want to put first things first and say thank you to the people who've made this weekend-long, high-altitude extravaganza celebration of Geoff and Kitty possible. As like a sibling, you have some faint sense of how much work goes into these things to make them seem so effortless and graceful, and it's a lot of love and investment. So if everybody would just raise a glass for Nancy and Rob and Bob and ML and Tim and Wendy. Cheers, thank you. I'm Jarrett. I'm Geoff's best man and younger brother. I've also often been characterized by Geoff as the smaller and quicker of the brothers. That's Geoff, the logic behind getting me to do things that you don't want to actually do, right? On your behalf. In fact, this morning we were at a brunch, and I was trying to finish my coffee, and I got sent off on account of my smallness and quickness to get the valet parking ticket validated. So, I don't know if that sounds familiar to anybody else in this room who knows Geoff. That's a mission. So, for anybody who didn't hear some of the toast to Geoff last night at the rehearsal dinner, or doesn't remember anything that happened yesterday, Colin. Geoff was basically characterized in two major ways that I want to briefly summarize. The first is that he's always been this really restless, adventuring, frontier, rugged spirit. Elusive, always on the go, fearless, and one who particularly does not like to be touched by Rusty. And second of all, we all learned that Geoff has an innate God-given ability to talk others, particularly small, impressionable children, and unsuspecting best friends into performing menial tasks on his behalf. And his calling card, his means of effecting this is by claiming these jobs, like getting a ticket validated, as a mission. So in short, we learned that we've got this guy, my brother Geoff, who gets people to repeatedly and willfully act against their best interests, and in his, through slogans and catchphrases. And I get the whole advertising thing now. It's like, since birth. But to be honest, I find it really almost impossible under these public circumstances to get across like what are really, for me, private and deep feelings for Geoff and Kitty. So let me just try to approach them directly, if somewhat crudely. Geoff, honestly, for as long as I remember, you've made the word brother like a really significant one in my sort of personal dictionary. You've always been a really like complex combination of my best friend, a co-conspirator against my mom and dad, and I really can emphasize enough of an exemplary role model for me. I know that if nothing else, if I'm uncertain about everything else, you're really a great man to the core. And as somebody once said, the salt of the earth, I think that really fits. And there's really not a day that goes by that I don't find myself among trials and tribulations of adulthood and think, WWGD. And Kitty, if I can speak to you as an occasional ear into which Geoff pours some whispered secrets, I honestly know that you make my brother the happiest he's ever been in his life. And beyond that, I don't know what to say. I think I'm just really happy to see you two together, and that so far I haven't destroyed your wedding. So if everybody